67 years, 3,493 weeks, 24,455 days is how long people of color, especially Black Americans, have fought for equity and peace. The year 1955 is known as the start of the Civil Rights era that pushed for Black individuals to be treated fairly in comparison to their whiter-skinned counterparts. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is a key figure in this movement. He led many peaceful protests and marches in the hopes of moving towards unity. He was famous for his "I Have a Dream" speech, in which he stated he wished little Black boys and girls could learn alongside little white boys and girls. Dr. King died in 1968, but his dream lives on in many people today. In classrooms, you can witness this throughout our country. Asians, Blacks, whites, and Hispanics are all able to sit in the same classroom and receive educational opportunities equally. Colleges are not restricted to only select groups of people, and the Voting Acts of 1964 allows everyone to vote without discrimination. America has come a long way and is steadily advancing towards Dr. King's dream of full equality. Although we are constantly making progress, we are not yet done. There are many ways students can participate in Dr. King's dream and affect positive change, including educating oneself and others, engaging in the democratic process by voting when they come of age, and by investigating careers that impact social justice. Martin believed that strong minds break strong chains, and once you learn your lesson well, the oppressor could not unlearn you. Educating others and having accurate representation is the only way to truly bring about peace and equality. In Texas, Senate Greg Abbott passed a bill to remove MLK, suffrage, and Native American history from required curriculum. The ban also extends to critical race theory, which implies that racism is woven into the American legal system. Having diversity in America's legal system is important so bans won't restrict information and ensure history won't repeat itself. Having students who want to make a change for everyone is crucial. Educated students have a responsibility to educate others. Read the books on the banned list, learn the truth about history as well as modern challenges, and then educate others. Just by advancing my education and going to college to fight for what is right legally, I am taking steps towards moving towards a future Dr. King would love to see. Other students can move toward the dream by going to public libraries and doing their own research, so our history isn't forgotten nor repeated. Knowledge is power and something that cannot be taken from individuals, so it should be encouraged to all students globally. Having students know about all of American history will provide a stronger generation that won't allow for discrepancy. Many students have the idea that only one vote in a sea of millions cannot make a difference, but it can. Voting gives individuals their chance to voice their opinions and advocate for the issues they care about in the American political system. Voting allows citizens to cast their vote on politicians they believe will have the country's best interests at heart. However, there are thousands upon thousands of individuals who have the ability to vote and yet do not. According to the census, the ages 18 to 29 have the lowest voter turnout by at least 50%. This needs to change. All students have an idea of what they believe America should look like, and by being educated about voting dates and locations gives them the opportunity to make their visions a reality. Students have reported that they feel intimidated by the polls or have trouble finding the location, but having adults encouraging change will be a great start to moving America towards unity. Finally, students can affect positive change by choosing careers that advocate social justice. This is a key reason why I have decided to move towards King's dream of unity by becoming a representation for minorities in the court system. Black Americans make up only 13.4% of the American population, yet 40% of prison inmates are Black. I believe that one reason this number is so drastic is because we are unrepresented in the legal field. According to the American Bar Association's 2020 profile of the legal profession, only 5% of all lawyers are African American, the same percentage as 10 years earlier. Furthermore, only 1% are Black women. These numbers are too extreme. Martin Luther King's dream involved a world where every race had equal opportunities and equal playing field. Although every individual does have the chance to achieve a higher education, Black people are still in underdeveloped communities, resulting in a continuous life cycle of imprisonment. My goal is to become a stepping stone for Martin's vision by becoming someone who makes a difference in the legal field, following in the footsteps of Thurgood Marshall, Ketanji Brown, and the other great African-American legal minds. Law is my personal calling for advocating for change. Other students can find their calling through other outlets like art, music, writing, or speeches. Everyone is blessed with a voice that should be heard by others. All students should find their outlet and voice it. When we have young people learning from themselves and educating others, participating in our democratic process, and investigating careers that advocate social justice, we move towards a future where unjust situations based upon race will be unheard of. A future where discrimination based on race, ethnicity is dumbfounding. I believe Martin's dream wasn't just for Black Americans to have equality. It was for all Americans to be able to receive a better education for themselves and have the ability to voice what they believe in. Students have an obligation to carry on his wishes by living like a sponge and soaking up knowledge that is given to them, and then spreading it to others.